There was once a beautiful butterfly who loved to adorn her wings with gold. It was her favorite to be worn. Being beautiful was lovely, but that's not why she was born. So one day she decided to fly. Tradition taught her that women were meant to be beautiful, while the men got to fly. Though it wasn't tradition, she wanted to try. The women were told their wings are too weak, or if they took flight, they might end up inside a bird's beak.
We are protecting the woman from being battered and torn.
Tradition restricted women to crawl through life as if they were still in caterpillar form. And if you challenged the system, your wings could get clipped. At a certain age, her wings fully ripped, forced to carry the burden of beauty attached to her back. Though her wings were a gift of life and freedom, understanding most lacked. Yet one brave woman, butterfly, decided to question tradition by asking them,
"Why? Where's your proof I'm not meant to fly?"
She told them,
"Keep your oppressive tradition, I'd much rather die."
Some found her spirit crazy yet somewhat amusing, while most felt she was disrespectful and just causing confusion, influencing others to challenge the law, a menace to society. That's what they saw. So the leaders decided to silence her spirit. But their systems and lies, she just didn't fear it. She continued to share her insight on how
all butterflies should be allowed to take flight.
So the leaders plotted that night to clip her wings while she slept to prevent her from flight. They tied her down, but not without a fight. And most stood back and watched on, even those who knew she was right. She shivered in fear as they approached her wings with the shears. Some looked on with mean stares as she pleaded for
help
and shed tears. As they proceeded in cutting her wing, she prayed deep inside a miracle the angels would bring. They looked at each other in disbelief and said,
What?
To their surprise, all of her gold prevented the cut. But still, it left a large wound. They banned her from flying and sentenced her back inside her cocoon. Yet they could not break her spirit and pride. She spread out her wings and opened them wide. She emerged with faith in her heart and turned her wings to the wind. They knew not where she was going, but she looked determined. It was a sight to remember, her wings full of glitter and shine. Poised in immaculate beauty, her wings looked divine. One asked,
"Is she really gonna fly?"
Another said,
"Pass me a tissue, I'm going to cry."
Some pleaded,
"Don't jump, I don't got a chance."
In the midst of their warning, she stepped off the branch. At first, it looked like she just fell. But as they watched on, she flew very well. She loved her freedom in flight, it felt heaven-bound, until she lost all control and crashed to the ground. It hurt, she was embarrassed, but it wasn't the end. She didn't give up, she just blamed the wind. And she could care less what others said. Some watched in support while some thought,
Surely she's dead.
Some asked,
"Why would you give up your beauty to act like the men?"
Others told her,
She was wrong and doing much sin.
but still she got up and she tried flight again. But this time she turned her back to the wind. The wind carried her where she was meant to go. Instead of diving face first, she rode it real slow. And she would fly to the end of the earth if it was not round, and up to the sky if the flowers she loved were not so close to the ground. And she proved to them all that some traditions are wrong.
Yay!
Boo.
The more she took flight, the more her wings grew strong. And guess what? She never lost her beauty. It just enhanced as she fulfilled her life's duty. As her wings grew more strong, she was able to put her gold right back on. And other women decided to take flight too. It wasn't tradition, it was the right thing to do. The end.